All right, what's up everybody? Let's go over Solana and talk about what its price is doing now. Now, over the last few weeks, I've told you all to be very mindful of this descending channel. I've said that it had a 90% chance of breaking to the upside, and as a result of that, we were doing some buying as it hit some of these lower levels of support. Some buying, of course, between $89 and $82, and then some more buying between $77 and $74. Did turn out to be some extremely good buys that we did here on the channel, as they are now up roughly anywhere between, of course, 10 to 25%. Now, on top of that, I told you all that when the time did come that Solana's price did break to the upside of this descending channel, doing a little bit of a purchase here on the breakout would be a good idea because there was a likelihood we could make a rally of 8 to 10% towards this previous point of resistance. And now, considering that buy itself is also up a nice 8 to 9%, some of you are making some beautiful gains on this move, and so major congratulations to you. Now, if you do want to make your own purchases, set your own orders, you can do all of it over on Margex with the link down below. Of course, you can trade leverage on a sliding scale between 5x to 50x. You don't need a KYC, meaning you don't need to give them your personal information, and you don't need a VPN from anywhere in the world. You can just deposit and start trading, and if you use the link down below, you will actually get a couple $100s of a deposit bonus, so go check that out. But with that recap being done, let's now talk about what we are expecting next from Solana as its price does venture up towards $100. Well, as I mentioned before, I thought that there could be a beautiful move once we did get a breakout up to $100, but I never said that I thought we were going to break it. And the reason being is because generally speaking, Solana has a tendency of breaking out of descending structures, returning to its most previous point of resistance on that descending structure, and then getting a rejection to the downside. That's just normally what happens. And so in this case scenario, it does look like Solana breaking out, going up towards $100, and getting rejected back to the downside to look to establish a new higher low before attempting to break out again. That's normally how Solana goes at this point. And so because of this, considering the fact that we are in a position in which we could get rejected extremely soon, I am just going to sit back and kind of watch it go. Of course, we did just make some gains, so there's no need to be in a rush right now. Let's kind of just sit and allow this thing to happen. If Solana's price does break above $100, yeah, it could be in a beautiful position to make some gains, but realistically, what you have to understand is that it has so many Fibonacci levels just sitting directly above it, especially the 618 to 786 zone around $105, that I would be rather nervous that a pullback is on the way. Otherwise, what I would be doing right now, instead of just, aping in and buying right now, even if it breaks $100, I would be waiting for that more macro pullback because it's likely going to happen. Whether it's here or whether it's closer to about $105, I do think we're going to see Solana's price rejected at some point, forced to create the higher low, and then look for the break towards the upside afterwards. That's what I expect to happen, and that's generally what does happen with Solana. And I think that is a strong possibility. I mean, you look at something like your MACD, which did just get this bullish flip, beautiful convergence of these two moving averages, puts it in a more long-term macro position to see growth, but that doesn't mean it's going to be right now. And so because of that, what I'm doing is I'm sitting on these gains, very happy, very excited that we did get, of course, some 20+% gains here and some about 8 to 9% gains here. And so I'm just going to kind of sit back and wait to see what happens at $100. If we clear it, I'm still going to be a little bit mindful, expecting that pullback's going to happen, but maybe I will dollar cost average in just a little bit because we could get a continued 5 to 6% to the upside. But if its price does start to pull back, I'm really going to start picking up even more Solana here, expecting that we will set that higher low and then really look for continuation like Solana normally does. So with that in mind, I will continue to keep you updated, but I did just want to let you know that Solana made the move that we've been preparing for, and of course, congratulations to all of you. If you do want to see the buys and the sells and my portfolio exclusive content and much more, go check out my Patreon, and do remember, you can do all your own trading on Margex and get a couple $100 deposit bonus with the link down below. But with that in mind, that's about it, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.